Hello and welcome to my January wrap-up. So in January I only read 4 books, which I'm okay with. Honestly, a slow start, but I did read, so I take my wins and I ignore my losses. I wanted to read 6, but here we are, whatever. If throughout this video you hear like rain and wind, there's like 46 million storms going on in Portugal right now, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. I think the storm right now is called Marta. I don't even know anymore. Whatever. It's supposed to rain a lot today. Anyway, let's begin. So the first book that I finished this year is one that I had started last year, and it is Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borrison. This is a Christmas romance between 2 friends. They fake date because the main character, I forgot your name, Stella owns a tree farm, a Christmas tree farm, and a famous Instagrammer lady decides that she is one of the contestants that can win a prize if she likes them. So to make her farm more appealing, she pretends that she is dating her best friend, Luca. Close enough. That is the plot. Did I explain it properly? Probably not. It's fake dating between 2 friends. This was not my favorite. It's not the most stunning, beautiful romance I've ever read in my life. Was it Christmassy? Yes. It was perfect for the Christmas times. I'm glad that I waited to read this during Christmas because any other time would have been weird, in my opinion. I thought it was cute. I thought it was entertaining. I think I gave it a 3-star. Exactly, not a 3.5, just a 3. It's okay, it's enjoyable, it was fun in the moment. I would never reread this. I wouldn't recommend this. Unless you really want a Christmas story, this is Christmas. I don't really read Christmas themed books. This is probably the first, other than Christmas Carol. And out of those 2, I'd probably recommend Christmas Carol. So there you have it. It was okay. The plot was just not it for me. The romance was okay. I just didn't like that the main character was so dumb and in denial and unaware that I just couldn't love it. But it's entertaining, moral of the story. Next, I listened to the audiobook of The Diviners by Libba Bray. This is a story that is kind of paranormal, I'd say. I don't really know. Is it paranormal? It's not sci-fi. Doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. It's set in the 1920s. We follow a bunch of different characters, but in this book, the main character is called Evie O'Neill. She is this girl who moves to New York because some drama goes down in her hometown, and she is in that drama. So to escape that, she goes to New York to live with her uncle, who has a museum of like strange things. What is it called? The occult. And our main character Evie has like a power where she can touch an object and see into the life of the person who owns the object, which is what a diviner is. And so we follow a series of murders going on in New York, and the main character is involved because it kind of has cult vibes to it, and the police think that a man obsessed with the occult would have some knowledge. Yeah, that is the plot, I guess. If I had known that that was the plot, I don't think I would have read this book or wanted to read this book years ago, but I did, and I bought all of them, so that's why I did. If it weren't for the audiobook, I doubt I would have finished. Just saying. I gave this a 2-star. It's not for me. I really dislike the period that this is in. The 1920s. Don't know why. I just got I got the ick from reading shit like Not on Your Life Ski. The plot itself is kind of interesting. I liked the mystery part way more than the like superpower weird shit. And there was no focus on the murders as much as I would have liked. So it just wasn't for me. And the main character is kind of annoying. So there's that. Next, I read Lost in the Moment and Found by Seanan McGuire. This is the 8th book in the children, wayward children, why is my voice dying, which I have liked and disliked some books in. This one follows a main character called Ansi, and when she's a little girl, her dad dies, and her mother finds a new boyfriend very quickly, and he is not fun. Trigger warnings, look into them. If you're a person who needs that, look into them. There's nothing that actually goes on, but like there's some things. Anyway, doesn't matter. The new dad, the stepdad, is abusive, and she escapes before the abuse actually starts. Thank the Lord Christ, I didn't want to read about that. When she runs away, she encounters one of the doors, because in these books, all the children go through doors that take them to magical worlds. And this character goes to a store of lost things, and this store has multiple doors that can open for a person into another dimension or another world, and they get to go into that world, find stuff, bring it back, and explore, basically. And so we follow the main character living there for years. I don't even know what the plot of this says. Yeah, that's basically what it says. This was good, but not great. I think I gave it a 2.5. I thought it was okay. It's much better than Across the Green Grass Fields that I really hated. But it wasn't my favorite. I didn't really like allusions, is that the word, to abuse and like abuse. I don't like to read about that. When I read, I want to escape reality and not read about awful things. Thankfully, this book is really short and no abuse actually fully happened. But like, I don't know. Other than that, I thought that this magical world was more boring compared to the rest. We literally had a world that was candy themed, and then we had this candy, this basically. I still have 2 other books, and there's another book that's come out that I have to read, so we'll see. If I really don't like any of the following ones, I doubt I will continue, because apparently this series is never gonna end. I don't know. I thought there were gonna be 10. There's an 11th one now. Moral of the story, this was okay, not my favorite. Trigger warnings, look into them. And the last book that I read in January is a buddy read that I took way longer than my buddy, but it is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, the first book in a series. I don't know if it's a duology or if it's more. I don't remember. This is about a diviner, once again, different type of diviner than that one, but a diviner. A diviner called Six, and she is one of 6 girls who are diviners for this church of Aisling. I think that's the name of it. Basically, these girls drown, and when they drown, they get to see visions of the 6 omens. And the omens are kind of like gods, but they all have a different object, and each object is like a thing that can tell your future or whatever. For example, there's one omen that is the artful something. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. His object is a coin, and to divine your future or whatever it is, if the coin is facing one way, it's good. If it's facing the other way, it's bad. Stuff like that. I'm getting into shit that doesn't matter. As we start the book, these girls are nearing the end of their service as diviners. I think it's 10 years that they're supposed to be diviners, and then they can be free. But one by one, they start going missing, and our main character, Six, starts getting worried, and so she has to ask for the help of a knight who does not believe in the omens, and they have like beef with each other. She asks for his help, and there's like a romance. I lost the plot a bit for the second half, but I hope you get what I mean. It's a romantasy about a diviner or a nun or whatever you want to call it, and a knight. I am part of the popular opinion, and I did like this. I gave it a 4-star. I thought it was really fun. I loved the tension between Roderick and Six, or Sybil, whatever you want to call her. I thought it was so good. Really well done tension. Stunning. But my favorite part is the gargoyle called Bartholomew. Love it. Best part of the whole book. So funny. Amazing. I loved that. Me and my friend Georgia, who read this with me, we loved him. Absolutely hilarious. The ending was predictable. Just saying, I knew it. That is probably the reason why I didn't give it a 4.5 or a 5, because I could predict the ending and what happened. I don't know what is going to happen in book 2, but I'm very excited to read it, and hopefully I also really like it, because that would be great. I need something good in my life, because I've really hated books recently. So those were the 4 books that I read in January. They were decently sized, some of them, even though we have a book that is 100 pages. Unfortunately, I only liked one of the books, and the rest not so much. Hopefully that improves throughout the year. I'd love more than 1 5-star this year. That would be great. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!